Hello, this is the recording of the Week 7 presentation in IS219. This week you're to read Chapter 16, Database Administration and Security. The discussion topic for Week 7 is Database Security allows or disallows user actions on the database or the objects within it. As a database administrator, you may configure user access and establish different levels of access based on need. What are ways user access can be controlled and limited to only what is needed? Be sure to describe specific methods, include related commands, and how they work. There is a discussion for Week 8 that is graded. Please do not post to the Week 8 discussion until Monday of Week 8. The Week 7 assignment, you're to complete the review questions 1, 5, 36 through 41, and they start on page 767, which is the end of chapter 16. It's due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Explain the difference between data and information. Give some examples of raw data and information. Suppose that you are a DBA. What data dimensions would you describe to top-level managers to obtain their support for data administration? How have cloud-based data services affected the DBA's role? What tool is used in Oracle to create your users? In Oracle, what is a table space? In Oracle, what is a database role? In Oracle, what is a data file? How does it differ from the file system's file? In Oracle, what is a database profile? You're also due this week is the final project. It's due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. You're to submit your proposal document. In that, you're to explain your database. You're to give the SQL command syntax for your queries, at least 4 different ones. This does not conclude the create table and the insert. These are queries that you would run on your database after you've already inserted the data. Explain the application you created and provide screenshots. You're also to submit copies of your database tables. Since there is obviously no way to export an application express the whole database. You're to export each table to a text file. Zip all the text files and submit them. Remember, you must have 4 tables, and each table must have at least 4 columns and 16 rows of data. You may find that you need, for your particular database, you might need more than that. So I wanted to go over how to export. So when you're in Oracle Application Express, you're going to go to SQL Workshop. In SQL Workshop, you're going to go to Utilities, then Data Workshop. Here you're going to do the data unload, and you're going to do it to a text file. That makes it easy for me to check it. So first you have to choose the schema, excuse me, which should already be chosen there. Then it asks for you to choose a table name, so choose a table. Then you need to choose the columns. So make sure that you select all of the columns so that all of them show up in there. You can best do it with Control A. Once you've selected all the columns, then click Next. Make sure you have a separator. It by default chooses the comma. You can also include, if you want, a quote, but it's not necessary. When you click Unload the data, then it gives you a text file. You're going to save this text file Sorry about that. You're going to save your text file to, let me show you how I did it. Let's see, get that out of the way. Oh, it's over here. I saved it to a folder named Final Project Tables, and then you're going to compress it. Remember, you right-click, send to compressed folder, or zipped folder. You can then submit all the tables in one folder. That makes it easier. So you're going to have two submissions for the final project. Your proposal document, which has all the things I explained, and your zip folder with a copy of all your tables. This is how I'm going to be able to see if you created the tables that you're required to create. To study for the final exam. The final exam is due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. It can only be taken once. If you go back and review my highlights for chapters 1 through 16, go back and study the quizzes from weeks 1 through 6. Now, there are some things that were not included in those quizzes, and that's what I'm going to go over now. Know who created the relational database model. That's page 43. Know what entity integrity is, page 78. Know the SQL built-in functions, aggregate functions, page 298. Know what the where clause has to do with joining tables, page 341. Know what the number of join condition always equals, page 341. Know the SQL join expression styles and their definitions, page 342. Excuse me. Know the SQL Server data time functions and their syntax, page 362 to 363. Know what the union statement does, page 372. Know what the except is also called the minus statement does, page 375. Know what the data diff returns, page 393. Know how many triggers a database table may have, page 393. Know what a row level trigger requires, page 394. Know what a stored procedure can do, page 401. Know what data mining tools do, page 594. A SQL subquery is a means of querying two or more tables at the same time. When looking at tables, when creating a new database, you should look for multi-value dependencies, functional dependencies, candidate keys, primary keys, and foreign keys. One advantage of a computerized database, over a manual database is information can be entered and returned quickly. That's all. The last page is my references. So, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll get back to you with those. That's all I have for this time.